All right, I'm a little early because I'm impatient. Can you guys hear and see me out there? Anyone? Anyone? All right. Here, see. QD says, yup. I think it's to me. All right. How y'all doing? Happy Saturday. Sad day for us U.S. men's national team fans. They got knocked out by the Netherlands. It was a good game, and congratulations to all my Dutch friends. All right, enough about soccer, although I still think Brazil is going to win the World Cup. Hi, everyone. Sorry I can't say hi to you individually because if I miss someone, they get their pennies in a bunch, and I don't care, so we don't want to do that. But my good friend, Keith from KJE Aquatics, has graciously donated a few items to be raffled off, I guess. We're going to have one winner. They're going to win some stuff from Keith and a gift certificate from Michael's Fish Room, where you can buy guppies and plecos, and I have a bunch of cories. I have some angels left and rams. Don't worry, I'm fine. Yeah, so it's like a holiday thing. Plus, I haven't done a stream in like forever and a minute. So, all right. Well, everyone's checking in. We got 67 people here, only 22 thumbs up. Let's fix that. I'm going to try to stay hydrated. And yeah. So we can go through some questions. If you guys have questions for me, put them in the chat. I will do my best to answer them. If I don't know, as always, I'll tell you I have no idea. But maybe I do know who knows, and they might be in the stream, so they might be able to help. Ask questions, folks. Ask away. Hi, everyone. Yeah, hit the... All right, ask me some questions. Please. Look, there's Taco. Just chilling. How long did it take you to get all your tanks and build your fish room? That's a great question, Dean Kelly. Probably about, it's gone through some changes, but from the original idea to actually a fairly complete fish room, probably about a year. I moved very quickly once I got the idea in my head many moons ago. So yeah, pastrami or corned beef? I don't know who asked that question, but that is a great question. I can't find it anymore, but corned beef, I think. It really depends. Yeah, no, pastrami. All right. What was a success you had from this year's outdoor tubbing? None. Zero. I had no successes. Thanks for bringing up bad memories, though. Do you find it rewarding to have so many fish and be responsible for them all? Well, Darren, who spells your name wrong, I'm sorry, I had a best friend growing up. He spelled it the right way. So you must be new here, because I get enjoyment, or I find it rewarding selling fish and making money. It's not really rewarding here. It's work. It's a business. I will tell you, when I do have sick fish and I heal them, that is rewarding. The other thing that's rewarding is when somebody either messages me, directly, like an email, and I help them, and then I help them fix their problem. Or if they watch a video and they leave me a message, or they email me and say, hey, your video helped me through whatever, that's rewarding. I tell you that. What to do about a betta with cloudy eyes and no other symptoms? No other fish in tank have any other symptoms either. Well, Mel, What do you do if you have a stuffy nose? I mean, it's that same kind of question. Without any other details, I would say it sounds like Popeye or some sort of infection due to bad water quality. But again, need more data. My favorite pizza topping, it's a combination. Either bacon and pineapple, and shut up, yes, it does. Or I also really like cheesesteak with French fries right on top. So that's a good one. I actually made that up for my pizza place, but Michael likes Japan. It's all about money and business, but he's attached to his fishes and the success of his fish. I'm attached as far as the dollar will go, that's for sure. Do you make a living from the fish room? Hell no. I have a real job. Hi, Michael. The muck guppies I got from you are doing great. Thanks, Rick. What are some of the disadvantages of an auto water change system? Steve's Aquatics, great question. So if you're not prepared, meaning you don't have built-in safeties, or you know the water company's schedule, many times a year they either flush the system or they add excess chemicals for whatever reason, that if your filtration system, your whatever water filtration system you have, isn't made to handle, your auto water change system will kill your fish. If you don't have redundancies and backups, if there's a mechanical problem, a valve sticks open, the thermal control valve sticks cold or hot, then you could have a problem that way. So those are some of the disadvantages. Also, I find that, well, I don't find because I don't do it often, but I think, and I've been told, when you have to do manual water changes like gravel vac or vacuum, whatever, you pay more attention to what's in the tank. So your fish you may catch them in illness quicker if you do manual water changes. I guess that's kind of a disadvantage to an auto water change system. All right. What's the best plant to hide guppy fry? Whatever Keith from KJE Aquatics has in stock that floats. It doesn't really matter. Mosses are good, but I find some fish sometimes get stuck. Food sometimes gets stuck in the moss, so that could cause a problem. Naja grass, guppy grass is good, but I can't keep it alive. I don't know why. Anacharis is really good. It's cheap. It grows fast. But I would say anything that floats that Keith has in stock will be fine. Michael said, check tap pH. He was right. See? Told you. Sorry, Joe. It isn't pizza with pineapple. Want to bet, Clay? Like, look, it's not up for debate. Pineapple's fine on pizza. I don't shit on what you eat. Don't shit on what I eat. Sorry, I had a little something from lunch. I need some questions, yo. I had a very American breakfast, soccer, bagel and cream cheese. Oy vey. Yeah, Stormtrooper. I can't. Every time I get guppy grasp, it just, and I'm like, so yeah. What is your go-to quarantine method when getting new fish? Well, Matthew, it's like I would have a video on that or something, but it kind of depends where I get my fish from. I do something additional to imported fish that seems to work for me. But normally I quarantine for at least 2 weeks. And the first week I put in my Metrio and once, and then I watch them for the next 2 weeks. And if after the first week they're fine, I probably will put them on my website to sell for the following week. But if they're a little skinny or I see something, then I just keep them longer to make sure. But there's a video. Check my channel. What's the rarest guppy you sell? I don't know. Guppies definitely have fads. So, and what's rare to you might not be rare to me, or what's rare in the U.S. might not be rare wherever you are. But I mean, the albino mosaics aren't very common. Dark dragons aren't very common. I don't have much super rare guppies because those are very special, and I would like to sell to the masses. So I don't really know. That's a good question. All right. Hey, Michael, last 2 times my guppies had fry, most had curved spines and pintail. All were great previous parameters, blah, blah, blah. Could that be caused by not adding new genetics? No. I would say your water is not that hard. I would definitely add, what are you feeding? Michelle? Oh my God. Is that how you really spell your name? I don't mean to pick on you, but anywho, sorry. Well, what are you feeding them? I would probably go with some really high quality food. Dr. Basilier's live baby brine, and possibly get some Vitachem. Typically, curved spines are from, I mean, it definitely could be genetics, yes, but more than likely it's from poor water, not quality, but the vitamins and stuff in the water. I'm fine. Can you wait? Oh well. Why are plecos so expensive if they are tank raised in the U.S.? Supply and demand, T-Bar. Shipping is outrageous now. Like, I had to raise my shipping prices, and there are still some packages I will lose money on. So Michelle with an SH, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pick on you, but I don't mean to like be mean. But did your parents spell it that way, or you changed it to be different? Siri calls me. That's pretty funny. Live white worms and Sarah. So I'm not a big fan of Sarah Foods. I've tested it before, and I found it clouded the water, and my fish weren't great. Like they've looked more colorful with other foods. I would maybe try changing the foods. I mean, live white worms are pretty good. How often do you feed those? If you can do some baby brine, that's really good. But I would probably switch out of the Sarah if you can. Antonio, what is your favorite fish keeping cheap hack? That's a good question. Buy fish food in bulk, right? A can like this is probably, I don't know, 50% of a can that's 3 times the size. So buy the big one and either split it with people or buy a big one and seal what you're not using in the fish room, and put it in the freezer. That's a good one, I think. Use tanks. I like to look at, for like, if I was looking for fish tanks, I wouldn't tell you this, but I'm not looking anymore because I have plenty. But I start looking for fish tanks the beginning of January, because everyone that gets them for Christmas, usually by the beginning of January, you start to see some, thrown up on Marketplace. But by the end of January, all the fish have died. They might have even gone, back to PetSmart and bought more fish, and those have died. So you could get setups pretty cheap if that's what you need. So that's a little cheap hack I have. I'm okay. Any tips on converting a saltwater tank to freshwater? Yes. Empty it out, clean it out, and then put fresh water in it. Don't overthink it. It's not that big a deal. Wow, is Mikey part of Fishmas? I don't know what that means, Nola. I don't. Hello, Keystone Clash. I remember you saying that bug bites are not good food. Why? What is it good for angelfish and guppies? So T-Bar, I just find bug bites, I tested them and don't love them like other people do. And for YouTubers that got them free, it's hard to know, do they really like it or not? You know what I'm saying? I didn't get any for free. I bought it. I like Dr. Basilier's. In general, Dr. Basilier's is the best commercially based food, I believe. But I also do live baby brine every day. I've done frozen food. But Dr. Basilier's from KJE Aquatics. He also sells some other stuff, food from Legit and another small manufacturer, Agcor, I think. But they're all good stuff. All right. I like using sponge filters with hang-on filters sometimes. Clean one week and the other another. I know what you mean. That's a good idea. All right, Michelle. Okay, thanks. Oh, also extreme nano and white worms I feed 2 to 3 times a week, mostly for my cories, but everyone loves them, of course. I mean, extreme isn't bad. As far as like flake food goes, I've tried their, is it cat scratchers? Wasn't too bad. Their flakes I thought were okay, but I would maybe just get some Vitacam and see if you dose that correctly, if that helps. Like I said, it could certainly be genetics for your bent backs. I don't know. How old are the fish? How many batches have they had? You know, that kind of thing. Greg says, how do I become as successful and handsome as you, Michael? Well, Greg, first you have to grow, a man beard. Then you have to shave your head and be more round than you are tall. And then we can talk. And you're pretty tall. I'm just saying. Happy holidays, my friend. Don't you hate it when pleco food doesn't sink to the bottom and it floats? Yes, Steve. As a matter of fact, I do. That may have been one of my first rants ever. Somebody should link that. That's a good rant. All right. I scrolled to the bottom. I'm fine. So if I missed you, I apologize. Do you still like cobalt guppy pellets? Don, my friend. Yeah, I've never had a problem with them. I know they were hard to get, and I think I know who makes them for cobalt, and I like that food too. It's not bad. If you have it, I would use it. If it's cheap, it's not bad. Obviously, I think Dr. Basilier's is better, but that's me. Hello from the UK. Well, hello. It's not too late there. I watched your video on shipping fish. Where did you buy your insulation from? The internet. Do some research. If you're looking, for business tips, sorry. Do some research. It's not that hard. Keith, you're talking about cobalt says American made? Yeah, I don't know. My guppies love the Doug Gray guppy flakes on eBay. Doug's a friend of mine, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with his food. So this is not about Doug's food because he has beautiful guppies and he's a beautiful man. What I'm saying is just because your fish like a certain food does not mean it's good for them. I tell the story all the time. There's a tattoo on my wrist, 6/14/2020, the height of COVID, and I had a heart attack. 2 of my valves were clogged. Why were they clogged? Probably because I love bacon. Because I had it every day, sometimes twice a day. And the girls in the cafeteria that make my breakfast sandwich like me. So not only did I get the normal 3, but I probably got 6 strips most of the time, and I ate them all. Moral of the story is just because your fish like something doesn't mean it's good for them. Nothing against Doug's food. I love Doug. He's a sweetie. All right. Hi, Mason. Hopefully you won't get in trouble. Michael, what's the rarest pleco you have kept, and did you get them to breed? Well, Stormtrooper, I didn't get them to breed. They all died. They were the blue something, and I can't remember. But they were pretty rare. Right now, I have some L34s. I'm seeing if they do it. L32s, which are really nice bristlenose species. They're pretty rare in the hobby. I mean, you can get them, but I don't see them very often. But then I have most of the other color morphs and finnages. So, the thing with rare plecos is they're harder to breed, and I'm lazy, and they don't have such a broad market, right? Somebody can get a really nice pleco for $25, common bristlenose, that's easy to keep and easy to maintain. Convincing them to spend more money on a harder to breed pleco is probably going to be difficult. So that's just my school of thought there. My dad ate bacon about every day, and he's 80 years old. Well, Viola, good for him. Mark, I wish I could have a fire. It's been raining since 8 a.m., so no fire tonight, my friend. But, it was toasty last night. What did Rants and Reviews say? Oh, isn't the reality, though, that most name brand foods these days are fine, far better in fact than if your gear goes? So Keith's right, not all of them, but yeah, in general, just like the food we eat and the food we feed our dogs and cats, fish food has come up in quality and nutritions as they learn more. But you know, some of the foods that I say I don't like take bug bites or tetra blood, the fake bloodworms, Vita bites, whatever they're called. They're probably not bad for your fish, but there's better out there that's not, you know, tremendously more expensive. Is kind of the point, right? Like, Sarah probably isn't bad for your fish, but there's better out there, I guess is a better way to say it. Okay. Vibra bites. What did I say? Vita bites. What an idiot. Yeah, Keith. So Hikari that I when I'm in Japan, I get, or I can get, is different than it is here. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Hikari food in general. I mean, their frozen food's pretty good, but you know. Well, Merry Christmas. That would be a blooper, and I would be doing the same thing if this was not live. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much. I generally feed Legit Extreme and Dr. B's. Those are pretty good, my friend. Rants and reviews. Michael, isn't it nice to speak your mind and not worry about sponsors? Joe, you know, I could have so much free crap if I just didn't be honest, right? Yeah. Like I don't know how a influencer, you know, is comfortable going, oh, this is the best water, and they pay me to say that. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, certainly some things that companies send me are really good. Like Dr. Basilier's. I was using it before they sponsored me, so that's probably a good sign I liked it. What I didn't like was the little jars, but they sort of fixed that by sending me big ones. And the little spoon I didn't like. I didn't like the little spoon because I couldn't get my meat hooks in there, right? Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of reviews are paid for, and I know Amazon reviews are paid for now. I'm fine. And yeah, it's crap. So always trust my reviews are going to be real, whether I'm sent something for free or I buy it. It's just how it is. Ocean Nutrition isn't bad. It's for flake food, it's pretty good. I mean, flake food in general isn't as good as pellets. That's a known fact. There has to be more fillers in flake food to keep it as a flake. And typically the more fillers there are, the harder it is. And fish seem to like that. So in general, flake food isn't as good as pellets, but good flake food is fine. You know what I'm saying? What are you telling me? Established titles is fake. If you did. I'm a little slow, sorry. And just you're great with KJE. Keith's talking about Rapashi. Yeah. Rapashi is good stuff. Is it true they raise their guppies and breed their guppies in partial saltwater overseas? Steve, in Asia they do. For the most part, seawater is free and clean water is expensive. So they typically mix it, and it's has a much higher salinity than normally we do. In addition, salt naturally is great for live bearers. It helps keep parasites off them, parasites out of them. Many things, including ick and other parasites like that, can't survive in the salinity that they keep their fish in. The problem is when the guppies adapt to that salinity and then we put them in 100% freshwater, they tend to go downhill. And a good way to know that is, this is my experience. There's no scientific knowledge at play here. It's only my experience with 60 fish tanks importing fish for a couple of years now. If you take your fish that are raised and born and bred in water with a higher salinity than yours and put them in 100% fresh water, they will do fine for 3 weeks. During the 4th week, all of a sudden, they will start dying. That's what I find, which is why when I quarantine my fish, I do add a certain amount of salt. And then the salt gets washed away. No, that's not true. You have to change water to change salinity. So remove and replace water is really what I'm saying. So if you have salt water or the fish are raised in much water with much higher salinity, you have to acclimatize them back to fresh water. Sorry, that was a long way to go. Which of the Dr. Basileur's foods do you use? There seem to be so many different varieties. It's kind of tough to know where to start. Well, Big Shrimp, and it depends what you're feeding. I fed most of them because I want to try most of them. Currently in my fish room, I'm feeding better tabs and extra large green for bottom feeders. I'm fine. I have nano, acai, green in medium, garlic in medium, pumpkin in medium, and Keith a forte. That's what I'm feeding currently, but I have tried most of them. They're all good, but they all do, many of them do different things. So if you have a specific problem, ask Keith. He'll be able to tell you which is best. Ooh, 225. We should talk about the giveaway, but I'm having so much fun. Yes, one targets something different. All right, let's go up here. Viola Hopsalot says, I love using about 5 different food varieties for my fish, especially the picky eaters. Live baby O'Brien is the most loved fish food for my fish. This is true. And what I like to do is I take 3 different kinds of Dr. Basileur's. I put them in a deli cup. Don't tell them they don't like that deli cup. It's fine for me. And then when I feed, they're getting a variety every day anyway. So I'm okay. So it's good. Greetings from Denmark. Well, hello there. Your team disappointed me in the group stage. I thought they were going to get out of the group stage with France, but my team didn't do much better. So, best advice for someone who's never kept guppies: buy healthy guppies to start. Like, that's a big deal, because if you go to a big box store and their guppies are shite, you're going to buy them, they're going to die. You're going to go back. You're going to get more guppies and the crap they sell you. Then those guppies are going to die, and then you're going to get discouraged to get out of the hobby. So the best advice is find a local breeder or a local fish club and get healthy guppies. My 3 tanks, so Griffey says, my 3 tanks have been running really good. You mean well. I had... Fine. Had all my Bolivian... Stoned. My 3 tanks have been running really well. I had all my Bolivian rams die for some reason, but I wanted to thank you for all the videos and laughs. Learned a lot from you. Well, you're welcome. Do you want to try to figure out what happened with your rams, Griffey? Okay. Yes, Kent. Yeah. All right. The guppies. Yep. Soccer sucked. Yes, it did. No, PetSmart. I made that mistake. My first aquarium was awful. Pretty periwinkle. Yeah, but everyone does that. Like, don't feel bad. That's like a normal thing to go to, a big box store that you trust and you get sick fish. I mean, that happens. Antonio says, I got some Vienna guppies and love them so far. Have you ever kept them? Antonio, I have not. They're a big deal because Corey liked them and mentioned them, and then everyone had to have them, and people say they're, Aquarium Co Op Vienna guppies, and I'm not really sure because he wasn't shipping them. So what I'm saying is they're a nice guppy, but I've never kept them. Yes, I am fine. Thank you for asking. Sorry I didn't let you know. Okay, so Alcid. How to make Platy stop harassing the females? I don't have nowhere to put them at the meantime. Thanks, Michelle. Look, I'm gonna guess English isn't your first language. You're gonna get a pass, or you used Google, and that's okay. No problem. So it's the same thing with the guppies. You need more places for them to hide. Plants, fake plants, real plants are best. Fake plants, caves, site breaks of some sort. All live bears want to do 3 things. They want to eat, and then they want to some more. That's what they do, right? So you have to make them not see the sexy girl fish. You know what I'm saying? I think it was swim bladder swimming on their side. Could not swim straight. So Griffey, yeah, I mean, but what causes swim bladder? But you know, it's fine. It could be water quality. It's probably hard to tell now. If you want to try again, I have some really nice gold rams, and GBR is also in stock. We got a few black dark nights left. Look, they're in here. There's like 3 or 4 of them. They're pretty sexy. Okay. Is the asbestos in your basement what causes the coughing? There is no asbestos in my basement. Have you done any more videos on your food channel? Oh, Joe, no, I haven't. I'm having a hard time with the YouTube. Anyway, I'm having a hard time staying focused with YouTube and coming with ideas for this channel, which has to make money. So I put the other one on the back burner. I say to myself, oh, I'm gonna really sit down and get some stuff going, and then I never do. So sorry. Is there any different on female guppies and Endler female? I mean, Endlers and guppies are very, very similar, but they're not the same. Endlers are typically smaller. The females look pretty much the same. If that's what you're asking, do they look the same? Yes, they do. Have you... Oh. We're going down. Dark rams are my... Oh, Philip, I forgot to send them to you. I suck. Where do you recommend? Oh, Grant, I recommend buying Dr. Basseler's and all your fish room aquarium keeping needs at KJEAquatics.com. Keith is a good buddy of mine. I trust him. I get all my stuff from him when I need it. And yeah, great guy, veteran, blah, blah, blah. KJEAquatics.com. Barbara Jackson. I see someone saying hi to my friend Barbara. There she is. Oh, it's good to see you, my friend. Hope all is well out there in Apple Land, where there's going to be 20,000 layoffs soon. I hope not, but maybe you could do a Will He Eat a vid with your flower horn. His name is Taco, and he'll eat anything I put in his tank, including my hand. Can you do an episode on how to film aquarium fish? I've never seen one on YouTube. I don't know that would be a good video, because I don't know how many people will be interested. In addition, I don't really know. I just do my thing, and you know, I rely on my good looks and personality, a little bit of knowledge for likes, not the fancy editing and stuff. Really, I'm fine. No, he doesn't like veggies. He's a carnivore like me. It is Taco. What did I say? Oh, God. Did I call him the wrong name? Is 60 pounds a lot for a pair of nights? Well, so I don't know what the conversion is. And do you mean dark nights with a K? Like Night of the Round Table night? Is there a guppy breed that lives longer than 2 years? Most guppies will live longer than 2 years if they're healthy. I've had guppies, breeders, for like 3 years. So certainly a non-breeding pair of guppies can last longer. We're not talking 15 years, but I mean, 3 or 4 years is about the max, I would say. 2 is probably average. For the record, Keith isn't my good friend, but I have purchased from him several times. Okay, he's my good friend. You ever have trouble shipping to California? If you're asking me, Packaby, no. I've never had trouble shipping anywhere I've shipped to, but maybe I've been lucky. Film in a dark room, tank light only, shows off the tank best. Okay. Yes, dark nights. What's the conversion? Alexa, how many US dollars is 60 pounds?
60 pounds is about 73 US dollars and 72 cents.
No, I think that's a little spendy for dark nights. But here, like, they're only 30 US dollars on my website. So actually, that's probably not too bad, because it is the UK and they're probably harder to get there. So, all right. Thanks to you. Every time I hear someone cough, I think I'm fine. Do you ask them, though? Are you okay? That's funny.
Sure thing.
Take it easy. I do have the Snowflake Tears Cup. It's somewhere. Actually, it's up by my desk where I edit and work and stuff. It's not down here. I love that. Thank you. Hey, Matt. Hey, the garden editor. Are they eating their babies because they're delicious? Nola, I missed the first part of the question. Brandon, does a slight deformity in a guppy's scoliosis have a higher chance of producing more deformities? Brandon, that's a great question, which we've kind of already sort of discussed, but you probably weren't here. So it depends if it's genetic or environmental. In most cases, it's environmental, and that can be fixed and shouldn't be passed on. But if it is genetic, that guppy should be ended. Just give it to Taco. I didn't get the 24-karat gold guppies, but I am getting some in the week of the 12th. I just actually spoke to the importer today. What temperature do you keep your rams? Viola, at least 82. There really is a big difference. When you keep them anything lower, like if you kept yours at 80, bumped it to 82, you'll see a huge difference. I don't know why. It's just my experience. Hi, Aquaballs. Do you think 3 to 4 gram is okay gallon is okay as a quarantine tank? It depends what you're quarantining, but yeah, it should be fine. You don't even need a tank. Just get like a little Rubbermaid or tote or whatever, like a plastic shoebox, like the video I did. I'm tearing my 15 tank rack down to make a discus breeding system. Any advice? I'm fine. I mean, are you sure that's like, are you doing it for profit? Are you sure that's going to be more profitable? Did someone say there would be a go? Yeah. I said my guppies don't seem to be reproducing anymore, or maybe, yeah, they're definitely eating the fried, tender and delicious. You know it. Okay. Are there any local fish stores in your area that you recommend? So, not really. It depends what you're looking for. There's one really big one, and it has the same initials as Atlantic City, and I don't trust anything out of there because they're all systems, and they'll like block out one tank. Oh, this sick fish. But all 9 tanks are on the same system, so all 9 tanks are sick. But they only not sell out of one. You know what I'm saying? So, the other local fish store that I used to go to was sold. I don't know the new owners. They have contacted me about wholesale stuff, which I'm not interested in. But I haven't been there since the new owners took over, so I don't know about it. So sorry. Same story where I moved. Said that location doesn't have a good pop over mama. Yeah. So Luis, you know who I'm talking about. Just because you order online doesn't mean it's not a mom and pop. Like, I'm a mom and pop website. Keith is a mom and pop website. So if you're looking for certain things, you probably can find mom and pop places to buy from, just not big corporations. All right, so let's talk about the giveaway. Yeah, SuperCichlids in Dover. If you want to drive an hour and a half from me, that's the best store ever. But I wasn't thinking they were local. All right, so Keith from KJE Aquatics has donated a 32-ounce bottle of Monster 360 and 2 8-ounce bottles of Fritz Complete. So thank you to Fritz and thank you to KJE Aquatics. I will throw in a $25 gift certificate to my website, Michael's Fish Room. Now, I'm sure there are ways to do a giveaway. I just got to figure it out. So let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's an easy way, and I'm sure if I, like, oh God, I just messed the chat up. Hold on. See, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get the chat back. Anybody know? Of course, I can't see you. Let's see, what does that do? That probably ends it. We don't want to do that. All right, I'm going to go over here. So I'm gonna just click on this and see if that tells me. Nope, that's not gonna work. You know who might know how to do this is Greg. Greg, do you know how I can do this easy? I don't know. I might just have to make something up, like, I usually do. Pick a number. Yeah, that's what I usually do. But sometimes I do pick a number. Yeah, I'm not using StreamYard. Take a yeah. What? Can you guys not hear me? See me? What's going on? Noah said Mayday. Both mine and Mike's contribution over $70. Okay. Keith sees me. That's all I care about. Keith's the man. All right. Yeah. I would love to be able to do some sort of like live stream, to like for it to do it automatically, pick a winner. So first of all, sorry guys, but you have to be in the United States because I can't ship fish outside the United States. I don't think Keith wants to ship fish internationally. So if you win and you're not from the United States, I'll send you a shirt. Keith will send you a shirt. We'll be good that way. I'm just looking to see if there's a no. All right, we're going to do pick a number. Pick a booger, 400. There is a random generator thing. I just can't. I don't know where it is. I don't know. You're going to have to do a guess the number and write it down. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Here we go. I'm going to write the number down. All right. No, that's cream cheese enchiladas that I did. All right, I'm going to write a number. Okay, I got the number. When I say go, not yet. All right, a number between 1 and 100, go. Stop. JP, you won. The number was, hold on, I got to go to this screen where the number was 17. JP is the winner. Congratulations, JP. I'm fine. JP, email me your address. And we'll get you your goodies. That was fun. Oh no, someone's saying Kim had it first. JP, hold on, I got to go back to the videotape. Well, JP at 17. Well, hold on. When did Liquid Zoo say go? He says stop entering, start. Oh, JP was before the start. Oh, JP, sorry. The verdict, VAR has ruled in favor of Kim. Kim, you are the winner. JP, sorry. So sorry. All right, Kim. There you go. You win. Congratulations, Kim. Michael the fish keeper. Huh. Yeah, lawyer up. Well, good job, everyone. Congrats, Kim. And, I mean, do you want to keep asking questions or are we good? What do you want to do? I'm good. I could end it right now. Kim, where are you? No, Michael the Fish Keeper. Michael the Fish Keeper. Don't worry, it's fine. I'll cover JP since he was called out. Just message me. Michael, you need any guppy grass? I would love guppy grass, but I kill it. So no, thank you, though. But if you have other floating plants, I always need it. Oh, what do I want Santa to bring me? I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'm done. What is your dream aquarium product that doesn't exist? Oh, pretty. Hold on, I'm not done. I don't know if it exists because I've never really looked for it, but I would like a easier way to test water parameters, all of them that you really need. You know, temperature, obviously, pH, GH, KH, ammonia, nitrite, nitrate. Am I missing anything? I mean, at least those in it with a digital readout where there's no stupid vials or colors that could run. None of that. That's what I would like. I don't think you need iron, do you, Mike? Yeah, I haven't tested water for a long time. All right, guys, I'm out. I'm gonna go have a snack and probably play some FIFA. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out my website, michaelsfishroom.com. And, of course, KJEAquatics.com. And do we have a fish miss? Oh, yeah. Check out the the fishfam.link / fishfam Christmas. The link I'll put in the description when I'm ready. If I remember. And yeah, see you, everyone.